What's up, guys, and welcome back to Drive Beyond Horizons. If you've enjoyed this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. This might be the one and only time where I'm genuinely hoping for a shorter episode, because if it's long, that would mean that I probably really struggled yet again to find the last missing piece of our Golf GTI puzzle. I feel like my priorities have sort of shifted a little bit. I just want to make sure that our e-brake is already disengaged, but instead of, focusing on the van and the GTI, I really just want to focus on finding that one final piece. That way, if and when I do end up convincing the boys to tag along with me on a little journey here, we'll at least have a pretty decent starter vehicle. Granted, we'll probably start and it'll be all rusty and gross looking, but at least we'll be cruising in style right out the gate, right? So I didn't mean to hit that, but okay. The first thing that we need to do here, that is now stuck behind the machine. Okay, it can just stay there and keep making noise. Our first order of business, though, is we need to take care of our stats. We are very thirsty, we're very hungry, and conveniently enough, we stopped previously at the perfect location to take care of that stuff. So we're going to grab a few drinks, a little bit of food if there is any. Yeah, it looks like we've got some canned things going on just behind us. And then we will hit the road. Oh, also, I'm gonna use up one of these bad boy billies because we're kind of hurting. Our health really isn't looking all that great either. We'll have whatever the heck this is. Looks like some more SpaghettiOs. And then just to mix it up, I'll have whatever this is on the end. Probably dog food, but that's okay. We'll take what we can get. Oh, and pee also. There it is. Gotta do it. You just gotta do it. You know what? I've never even tried this before. Dude, no way. I mean, it makes total sense, right? The gas station probably would have fuel of some sort. We've got diesel and petrol here. That's news to me, though. Again, like I said, it makes sense. I just wasn't aware that it was set up like that. So I'm going to grab this if it'll... Oops. If it'll let me. Sometimes you just got to take that whole roof rack down. It is what it is. So we're going to... Oop. Nope. We're going to set this down very gently. We'll crack her open, and we need just petrol. No diesel. Just petrol. It's going to take us a little while to fill this up, so we'll see each other again once I'm on the road. We've got 6 spare GTI tires, so we're looking good there. We have a whole bunch of spare van tires up top too. There is literally nothing at this stop. That's all right. That's all right. We'll just keep going a little while longer. Not a big deal. So something that I hadn't been doing prior is stopping at every location, regardless of if there's a GTI or a van outside of it. So today, we're going to stop at every single possible location. Because again, we're looking for one single part. And it's not a small piece either. It should be pretty obvious. Like, we'll know it when we see it, type of thing, right? But in cases like this, where it's just a vehicle, like there's nothing else around, we'll probably skip those. I can almost guarantee you every single part around that shell is for that shell. We're not missing out on anything. Here we go. This could be something. I know it's a fish station, so they're only probably gonna have drinks and food here. However, like I just said, we're gonna be stopping at every single possible location, because you kind of never know. Is this that GTR? It is that GTR looking deal. Okay, we've got a piece of glass here, but not the piece of glass that we're looking for. I'm assuming... Well, that probably only goes to this. But I'm assuming that it'll look something like this. It'll just not have that sort of trim around it. God, it would be nice if that would just work. And it's going to be even larger than this one, turns out. So we'll put this back for whomever. We definitely don't need that. I'll check inside, but I don't think How do I keep accidentally hitting those? I don't think that there's gonna be any car parts really inside of here. No, we've got a tire. Don't really think we need that. What's inside this guy? What do we got this time? The same thing as earlier. It says big balls. Cool. Let's get back on the road. I don't think we're gonna find what we need here either. You might have noticed, you might have picked up on this during the intro, but I said if you've enjoyed this series, not if you are enjoying this series, to leave a like. And typically I do kind of switch that up if I'm about to put a series down. And I think we're about to put this series down. Somebody actually commented recently saying, hey Toogii, this game's getting a bit repetitive, don't you think? And I would have to agree with you, but I have this small goal, okay, of completing a Golf GTI. That's the only thing I want to do, and then we'll put it on the back burner, like I said, if and when I can convince the boys to tag along sometime. At least we'll have a sick whip to start with. Okay, this is that newer fire location. I didn't find any. Well, there's a vehicle back here. We're just looking for glass, though. If we don't see a big sheet of glass chilling anywhere, I don't really think we need to actually get out of our vehicle. Yeah, there's nothing here for us. So far, it's not looking good. But I'm not giving up yet. I don't want to get my hopes too high. This could be a mirage off in the distance. It's not. It is a real stop. Doesn't have the shell that we're after, but we're gonna stop anyways. Because I kind of said that we would be doing that today. Honestly, while I will stop at every single... Ooh, present. I will stop... Another belt! Sure, we'll replace our current one with the exact same thing. Actually, maybe this one's brown and the other one's... black leather? No, they look identical. Never mind. I will be stopping at every single stop, as mentioned earlier. However, if the stop doesn't end up giving us anything, or I have nothing really to add verbally, we'll probably just gloss over it. Probably just skip that bit. Ooh, trampoline! Nice! And it does work. Just barely enough to get us up to here. It also says yeet on it. I'm a big fan of that. Let's see. Could I maybe put it up top here? No. Here goes. Okay, we're up. We've just put your feet down. Why are you hovering? Just put your feet down so we can jump over to here and then up to the... It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. It's already been about 30 minutes, and we've covered nearly 200 total kilometers. That's not too shabby. Really not too shabby. Okay, we have parts for the trailer. A trailer probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. Oh, we're also missing another tire on the GTI. Fix that real quick. Trailer wouldn't be a bad idea. I want to stay focused on trying to find that one missing piece.
2 very boring minutes later.
Ain't nothing here. Seems to be the case at every single stop so far today. Our luck will turn around. It has to turn around. It just has to. Am I hearing music? Hang on. Is our radio actually working all of a sudden? Really? That's as loud as it gets, though. You guys probably can't even hear that. Headphone users might be able to. Yeah, I think I actually just saw the subwoofer moving a little bit even. Let me try to hang on. This isn't important, but let me try to just turn up the music volume. We'll do like 25. There we go. There we go. Surely now you can hear that, right? What's that? I don't even think we've stopped at a place that looks like this. I mean, it's got the fire, like that one cave-esque location. But it's definitely not a cave. Oh, you know what? We have stopped at one of these before. Looks like a lot of junk, if you ask me, but we'll check it out. I do like having the radio, though. It makes it feel less lonely, somehow. Oh, you know what? Let's be smart about this. The item that we need will be rather large. Rather large and in charge. So it's probably in our best interest to just use these little binocular things. I'm not seeing anything that size. I mean, there's that. But that's clearly for the van. Our rear window in that Golf GTI is massive. Like, even larger than some of these pallets. I don't see it. I don't see it. And on that note, we've got to hit the main road again.
1 hour later.
Okay, hang on. What do we have here? I'm really, really trying to stay optimistic at this point. This is good, though. I mean, this is the first Golf that we found all day. It doesn't have the part that we need on it, but that doesn't mean it's not around here somewhere, right? This is pretty neat. I don't know where that goes. Could we mount that? Hang on. Could we mount this to a vehicle, you think? Could we just, like, put that on the roof or something? We could put that wherever we want. That's very cool. We already have so many things on top of the van, though. Pretty sick. I hate to say it. I hate to be that guy, truly. But this stop also doesn't have what we're looking for. I'm really not sure why our stopwatch isn't working again today, but we've been going for a little over an hour and a half now. I'm gonna actually leave the ignition on because ever since we turned up the volume for our radio and like I'll kill the ignition, when I go back to start it, I hear sparks, which makes me think that maybe our radio and subwoofer are like really, really hurting our battery. Oh, it's doing okay, right meow anyways. Yeah, we'll just leave it on. Not that big of a deal. This should be a pretty quick in and out stop, I would think. We don't really need any more tires. We've already gone through 2 today. Maybe I should get some GTI ones. We're chilling on the van ones, though. For some reason, those have lasted a lot longer today. So we'll put that up there. Would be really cool if maybe behind these doors we had a Golf GTI. There's one. But does it have what we need? It does not. In fact, it has 2 hoods for some reason. 3 hoods and no rear hatch glass. Why is it that the largest, probably one of the largest pieces of this vehicle seems to be the most difficult one to find? Who the heck put a rock smack dab in the center of the road? That seems very unsafe. We'll check here too. You know what? We really might as well. What do we have to lose? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's a hood or maybe a trunk lid up there. Not what we're looking for, unfortunately. We have a zombie inside, probably. That's just a dummy. No offense. The zombie's usually in the bathroom, right? Like in the stall? Yeah, we'll just... Holy... Nope! Nope! Go, 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 go! Please! Please not like this! Holy! You came out of nowhere! That was a legit jump scare, dude! Holy cow! Holy... Okay, shoot. Maybe I'll edit that part out. Nobody needs to see that. We're just gonna get back on the road. Nothing happened. You know what? I think I could use a little Gamba break. We've been going for nearly 2 hours. Go ahead and kill the ignition even. Give the old van a little break. Just for a few minutes. See if I can't sneak my way in there. You know what? I might even use this pallet to my advantage. I wonder if that would trigger them. Turns out it does. What is going on in here? Hello? Something really bright that I can't even see. Oh, here. We'll take the exhaust. If it'll let us. And we'll try to use it. Oh, no. To help clear a couple more landmines. That was a bad toss. That was a bad toss. But I think if we jump, we can get to it. Perfect. I'm just gonna have to jump to get away too, which is really gonna suck. Maybe we'll win big though. Honestly, I feel like, okay, well not this turn. I feel like we kind of deserve it at this point. We have gone several kilometers and we found nothing. Third try's a charm though, isn't that what they say? Okay, well, we tried. Wait, is it gonna let me do another one? Okay, hang on. That took way too long. That took way too long to fall. Well, I guess it's back on the road for us then. See if she still turns over. Perfect. We're stopping to change tires real quick like on the van. We had 2 blowouts on the way over here. I did just finish going through the entire motel, and there's, unsurprisingly, not a Golf GTI rear windshield here. So, that's cool. Also, I think these tires, the way that they work, you can notice they have sort of that white lettering on the sidewall, right? Well, these, the ones that we do still have on there, don't have any of that white text left, which means I'm pretty sure they're about on their way out. So we're just gonna go ahead and yeet those. Yeet those on over there. You know what? That's a good enough spot. I don't think we need to throw it much further than that anyways. We're gonna swap all these around and get back on the road. Dude, I don't know how much more of this I can take though, tell you the truth. It's just been stop after stop after stop with nothing to show for it. It's really taken a toll on me.
One eternity later.
Hey, maybe we'll get lucky here, right? Looks like there's some gamba up on the roof. That's pretty cool. It's been a minute since we've done any gamba. Oh, and I also need a drink and some food, which we will hopefully find here. Okay, no GTI. No GTI. I don't see any glass in here either. That's okay. That's okay. We've gone this far now, this long, without finding what we need. What's a little bit further, right? We're 15 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. That is not the glass that we need. You know what? I don't even know if I want to gamba. We've got food too. That is the sheet metal stuff. And that looks like it has some curvature to it. I'm thinking that's probably a trunk lid or something similar. So we'll just get out some food and some drink from our handy dandy little crates in here that come in and out of the van super easily. I never have any issues with this whatsoever. It's always been such a breeze. I'm starting to lose it, guys. I'm really starting to lose it. I'm starting to question why does this even matter? What are we gonna gain from this? Why are we even here? Honestly, I think the last time that a car game made me feel the feelings that I'm feeling right meow, we had to put like a permanent ban on the series. If you know, you know. Season 3 at 100 million subs, right? Sweet baby, we've done it. Sweet baby Rays, we have done it. That's a really good barbecue sauce, by the way, if you haven't tried it. Golf Restorer. It has finally happened. Holy cow. Just when I was about to give up completely. We found it. I'm curious to see if there's anything else on this that we might want also. No. We got that lucky. Well, it's got a shifter, I guess. If we didn't have one of those, that'd be kind of nice too. First GTI that we've seen with the trunk lid. No, we've seen one with the trunk lid. First GTI that we found with the glass in it. That's very nice. And to sort of finish this out, gonna detach this real quick. We'll just kind of pull it up. We've got to get our detailing crate out because that new piece of glass looked a little dirty. A little bit of dirty on there. That sponge is already toast. If we didn't just find this final piece that we've been looking for, I think the sponge not having any more uses would have just sent me over the edge just then. But there we go, ladies and gents. She is all together. I think it's mostly clean if I remember right. We'll see if I can maybe polish up that front lip, front bumper at all. No. No, I think that's all she wrote. Finally. Finally. So now, when we start a new game, if and when, like I keep saying, the boys want to actually play this with me, we should be able to choose the Golf as our starting vehicle. It might look a little bit something like this compared to this, but I will hopefully still have this save as well that we could come back to if we wanted to do another little solo road trip. But I think we got to put this one on the back burner for a little while. It's kind of left a not so good taste in my mouth. And on that, terrible disappointment, but also big win. That is where we're going to have to wind things down at for today. Once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.